The size and scope of museums and parks in the US is quite impressive. 850 million people visited museums in 2012. 292 million people visited national parks in 2014. 55 million school groups visit museums each year. Over $2 billion is spent every year on education programs at museums. There are 640 million acres of federal public land. There are 6,600 state parks covering 14 million acres. There is an average of 468,566 nature centers in public parks. Over 148,000 people are employed by museums, historic sites, and similar institutions. Visitation is stagnating at most parks and museums, only increasing for the 65 and up age group. 37% of Americans have never visited a museum. Millennials are the biggest generation ever at 83.1 million, yet only 13% of 18 to 24-year-olds visited a museum in 2012. And only 21% of museum visitors are minorities. Children today spend less time outdoors than any other generation. Worldwide, museums are on the increase. Many worry if they can keep the visitors coming. Funding from government is on the decline. How can museums and parks stay relevant? Innovation is the American way. Museums and parks must embrace this and not get stuck by the traditional approach. Here are some ideas to keep your site relevant. Even though it seems dioramas are going out of vogue, we see a trend of making them more immersive and hands-on by adding technology. Don't be afraid of entertainment. You must connect with visitors intellectually and emotionally. Millennials don't want a monotone lecture. Our research shows kids love animals and big wows. One of our staff members said, if there were Wi-Fi hotspots in trees, more people would go outside. Who knows? There may be an idea in there somewhere. What are you going to do to increase attendance at your site?